Welcome everybody, one and all, to the first episode of my brand new series, Smash Excellence with Nintoonist, a new show where I showcase the intricacies of what makes a Smash Bros. Character truly exceptional in the hands of the player and the heart of the mind. In case you haven't figured it out yet, my name is Nintoonist, and we're going to be starting with none other than fighter number 1 and my main, Mario. A character whose best way to KO people in this game is to smack them with his head, yet he still never really gets a concussion. It doesn't really make any sense. His intended design is one of balance, an all-around character with no inherent strengths or weaknesses that only the biggest, most meatiest of brains can possibly muster up the skill to play. His lack of range forces a game plan upon the player where he or she must institutionalize insane situational awareness and microspacing into the equation. Yes, indeed, Mario may just be the absolute pinnacle of skill-based Smash play. I'm sorry, I couldn't keep that up anymore. Mario is one of, if not the easiest character to play as in the entire game. All that balance you had in previous games is virtually lost with Ultimate Mario. Give a character that many amazing aerials, such as a lagless back air and up air that both combo in at pretty much anything, and then combine that with a top 15 airspeed in the entire roster, you're pretty much throwing balance completely out of the window for our flagship Nintendo icon. He's not even only a monster up close either. Fireball is an absolutely amazing projectile that sends at one of the most perfect bullshit angles in this entire game, and can set up for some of the most annoying deaths that you can be forced to hold. If I was online Ridley person, I would be a little bit upset that my multiple jumps and long-ass recovery got totally stuffed out by 2 tiny little meatballs. Well, I mean, Ridley players are probably already upset his recovery only has 4 angles in the first place. Kind of stupid, really. Anyway, you can't run anymore either. Fireballs are an amazing mobility tool as well as combo tool that allows Mario to easily and safely link one into a plethora of other hits, and even into kill confirms if he plays his cards right. I'm fast as bro. Respect the meatballs. Here I find myself fighting Ralphie in Master Hand Gaming's Platinum Star Online tournament, and once knocking him off stage, the only sensible thing to do is to try and safely gimp him with my fireballs. But sometimes, the fireballs ain't enough. When the meatballs aren't quite spicy enough, sometimes all you gotta do is add a little more sauce and then wash it down with some water afterwards. Which, to talk about Flood for a minute, when you really think about it, just looks like the stupidest thing to get killed by in this game. I mean, you can die by cross slash in this game, by Falcon Punch, but nah, you died by the water gun. You know, just hanging out, having fun playing Smash Ultimate online. Gotta be careful when you're only a little bit off stage too. Mario's onslaught of red button moves create sequences sometimes as easily as his green button ones do. I bet online Ridley man didn't expect to die at that %, and we're on to recharge our Flood. You don't always even have to use them for edge guarding either. Here I find myself in that same Platinum Star Online tournament I mentioned earlier, this time against Enzo, just trying to roof him as Mario, as one is one to do, and why not go for this edge guard? Had he up-aired me to try and stop it, even with a really shitty one-hit up-air from Palutena, we both would have had no choice but to up-B into the stage anyway had I not Phantom footstooled it in the first place, and then to top it all off, Palutena's doesn't even have a hitbox. Plus, that, you know, recovery didn't exactly work out for either of us the first time. Hey man, Enzo's one of the best players in Philadelphia. I'll take that jank all the way to the bank. Speaking of jank, this snake decided to overextend off the level against me, tried to kill me with a forward air, and this works out somehow, and I got an up-B kill. Okay. Up against Ralphie again, and unfortunately for me, my good friend Cloud here has a sword that is in fact the size of my character, so I was trying my hardest to utilize the immense mobility of Mario to my advantage, which I'm sure you notice is starting to make him antsy. He wants some. You know he wants some. We're not gonna give it to him, though. I mean, well, I guess we're giving it to him. Just a little bit. Hurtbox shifting smash attacks. Gotta love him. Here I find myself just ballerina dancing with him in the neutral when I remember I have full flood, which causes some players to jump if the Mario is fortunate enough to get in and get them off stage, and if he is, just jump up and give him a nice how do you do. Oh yeah, and pro tip, be sure to immediately get reverse 2-0'd by his Palutena afterwards. That's the main takeaway from this. And of course, the fact that you can't tech grounded spikes in Ultimate opens up whole new creative sequences for his forward air, which is, pretty cool. It's a pretty cool thing.
What are you doing? What? Did you just double dip that chip?
Excuse me?
You double dipped the chip.
Double dipped? What are you talking about?
You dipped the chip, you took a bite, and you dipped again.
Might be thinking to yourself, well, why didn't he air dodge? And my brief answer to that is, sometimes you can't. Some crucial buffs for Mario from the last game over to this one is the new inability to air dodge out of his down air and ability to jump out of his flood charge in the air, which, besides creating even better neutral and combo tools than they already were before, are perfect for catching players off guard and disadvantage.
Yahoo! Yahoo! Yahoo!
Game! I don't know about you, but if I was as big as Ridley and I had to land against a hitbox that for some damn reason the developers decided to include Mario's crotch in, I would be just a little bit upset about that one too. Just a tad. I may be making Mario seem like some impenetrable Trump wall that our tax dollars mysteriously vanished away to a few years back, but the guy does in fact have counterplay. Whenever people ask me, oh, great Mario Lord Nintoonist, your combos are as divine as Tifa's breastises. How on earth do you DI Mario's up air strings? And every time someone asks me this, I simply tell them the truth. His up air strings are basically true no matter what. But that does not mean you cannot shorten the combos. Instead of simply DIing Mario's combos left or right, DI them based on wherever the nearest platforms are. Here I land a raw up air on Wise Guy in neutral, and since I play him all the time, he knows to DI left here to ensure I can't land on the Unova platform so I can continue up airing him, thus effectively preventing himself from getting laddered to the top, effectively shortening my combo, and effectively preventing himself from throwing his controller by himself in his room since we were playing Wi-Fi. Yeah, he still ate a ton of damage, as you are just going to do if you're fighting a Mario, but at least he didn't potentially lose a stock off of the interaction. Mario's up everything is pretty much amazing for various reasons. He's like the horniest guy ever, dude. All he wants to do is get under you so he can get a hard punish. To leave you with one last tip versus Mario, though, it doesn't matter what the situation is, never feel safe when he grabs you, and don't be afraid or ashamed to play the anti-grab game versus him. I guarantee you that the Mario player probably doesn't even know what combos he has before he does them, even including the true ones. As soon as you think you're safe, because he doesn't have flood, and you're only at 18%, and you're by the ledge so he can't possibly get any down throw follow-ups, no. Stay safe, friends.